Everyone, and welcome back to the Mind Body Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, and today we are pulling cards for the 1111 portal, and I will be pulling cards for each individual astrology sign. So how is everyone? So I have my notes always, right? There's a lot to talk about. So today is November 10th, and this video will go up today. So we know 1111. We see that all the time. If we see those numbers on a clock or somewhere, we automatically start to make a wish or to set intentions. So let's break this down a little bit. And I have some tarot cards to show you as well. And we're going to get into a lot today. So yeah, so let's get started. 11 is a master number. It is a number that aligns you with your divine alignment, with your divine source. Tapping into your intuition. Now, I'm going to show you some cards straight off from the tarot that have what appear to be pillars and that show this kind of alignment. So we have, I'm going to switch this off here. Here we go. The High Priestess, the pillars, right? She sits between the pillars between her earthbound self and her spiritual self. Pillars, doorways, portals, right? Opening you up. There's nothing above the Hierophant. These two are divine counterparts, by the way, in the tarot. So if you'd like a deeper dive into that, you can go there. Pillars in the Hierophant, right? The Hierophant is all about, he even kind of, this is in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. He even is drawn up to somewhat represent in Catholicism the Pope, right? That's considered the leader of the church, sitting in his divinity. The Two of Wands, he is creating his own portal, moving forward into whatever he is creating. Four of Wands, these wands definitely look like 1111, right? And this card is all about happiness, family, stability, home, everything you've ever dreamed of, right? Firm, strong foundations. We have the two pillars in the Moon card. Now, the Moon is your inner, reflects your inner self, the part of you that you kind of keep hidden. In the Moon card, we have a more domesticated dog and what would be considered a wolf or a dog from the wild. Finding balance in between those. You even have, the sun and the moon here, right? Eclipsing in this. Portals are gateways into your next phase, the Justice. Libra energy, balance, harmony. Right, moving through the portals of what is aligned with you. We see that he has on here his sword straight up in the air, right? Libra is an air sign. It is our second air sign. We have Gemini, Libra, and then Aquarius. Gaining clarity as to what is harmonious for you in your life. What do you consider balance? What do you consider fairness? The Lovers, although I'm going to get in trouble for this, although these are not technically portals or columns, but there are two trees, one on each side, representing, balance, and are choosing to follow the divine guidance that's given to us, our intuition, to move us forward into what would be like in here, in the biblical sense, right, like the Garden of Eden. And in the Death card, and we'll get to the Death card in a little bit, in the very back here, there's two columns here, which represents portal. And we have the sun rising in the background. So coming from the darkness, moving into the light. Death is Scorpio season. This is about death and rebirth. The white rose on here represents a rebirthing. So this is a really busy time. We also at the same time, Mercury has stationed retrograde, right? And from the 9th, which was yesterday, through the 29th of November. But on the 11th, Jupiter goes retrograde in the sign of Cancer all the way through March 11th. So what's this? It's 4 whole months of Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. So what does that mean? It is inviting us to focus on the things that matter: home, security, our emotional well-being, as well as the emotional well-being of our loved ones. So there's a lot of energy here, and it can feel a little daunting and overwhelming, especially if things start to go awry or, your plans get halted a little bit. But all of this is designed to give you a pause. Say, wait a minute, is this really where I want to go? Or is this really the right move for me? Because when we want to create and manifest, we want to make sure we're doing it for something that's aligned for us and not something that is not meant for us in this life, right? So we're nearing the end of 2025. 2025, we talked about in the beginning of the year, is a 9 universal year. So 9 in numerology is the completion of cycles. It's completing of phases. It's endings and closing off chapters. This is an invitation also to complete some of the karma from the past. So looking at fears, resentments, insecurities. And that's kind of hard. That's a little bit of shadow work, but we are in Scorpio season. Scorpio is all about the shadow work. Scorpio is about the underworld, the things that we don't want to look at, but these are the things to be renewed, to have the sun coming up in the horizon for a new, fresh start. We have to allow ourselves to look at the things that are holding us back, whether it is things in our mind that may not even be true for us, whether it is things from our past, that things we were just taught, we've taken on as truth, but they're no longer serving us, whether it is we don't have the knowledge to move forward. We don't know how do I do that, right? Or fear, like, oh, what happens if I do that? What happens like if my dreams come true? For most people, that's the biggest fear. What if my dreams come true? Yeah, then what? Then what? How do I handle that, right? So this is a big time for reflection. And like I said, we are in Scorpio season. The 11/11 portal happens in Scorpio season. And Scorpio, again, is associated with the death card in Tarot. It is card number 13, which is about death and rebirth. So in the northern hemisphere, we are in the season of fall. Fall is when the trees lose their leaves. They drop their leaves. It's a time of releasing, of letting go of the things that we no longer need. That is like the death part, right? In the southern hemisphere, Scorpio season happens. It is in the spring. That is a time of renewal. That's the rebirthing. So this is a really powerful time if you look at it. And both things are happening simultaneously in the world. Just one is happening in one hemisphere and the other one is happening in the other hemisphere. That yin and yang, that universal balance. And 11/11, which is tomorrow, Tuesday, is a day of universal balance. And we can lean into these energies or not, right? But maybe so. Maybe we do that. Maybe we just learn to move with this circadian rhythm of nature and let that guide us a little bit. So, 2025 is a 9-number year. It's a time for releasing and letting go. We're moving into 2026, which is about 6 or 7 weeks away. That's a universal one. That's a 1 year. So that's all about fresh starts, new beginnings. So in our tarot, we have the aces, right? New beginnings, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So the aces, they are, and all of these aces have a hand coming through the cloud. It's like an offering or something being handed to you, new opportunities coming your way. So what does this mean? Because we have, although you have a dominant element, you know, your sun sign and your rising sign, we are all born with all the elements within us, and that's always available to us. So our ace of swords, right? This brings clarity, like a fresh ideas, new thoughts. Ace of Pentacles, right? This is starting to lay the foundation for something new that you want to create, or rebuilding an old foundation that maybe needs some tweaking. Ace of Cups, what stirs your heart? Where is your intuition leading you the most? And then Ace of Wands, what lights you up? What is sparking the way for you? So there's a lot happening. We have the Magician card next. As a reminder, and this is card number 1, we have the Fool card, which is technically the first card, but that's a card 0. Fool card is number 1. So this is a reminder that you have everything within you that you need to create whatever it is that you want to create. So again, 11/11 is a really powerful day. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you're not quite sure this is making any sense, I get it, right? I can push that away a little bit. Well, let's pull some tarot. Let's pull some tarot for everyone. Let's give these cards a really good shuffle. And we have the traditional Rider-Waite deck. I do have another deck with me, and I have the Ganesha cards. We'll see. We will see. And it almost looks like I am in the middle of a portal, right? We have a Buddha back here and a goddess here, right in the middle. That was not planned, but right in the middle of the portal. This is my Golden Gate Bridge painting. I did not paint it. Watercolor. So let's go into our reading, shall we? So let's start off with Aries. Hello, Aries. How are you? With all of that, our first fire sign. So this portal, with the portal of manifestation, and with Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, what is this holding for our Aries signs? What does Aries need to know about this? King of Pentacles, Empress. Right away. Security, stability, confidence in yourself. Cultivate. Okay, Aries. We're not taking all of these cards. Did you see that? But one card did pop out. Face up. So we will take that. Aries, you're starting us off really strong. One major arcana card. You have the King of Pentacles. Stability. Someone who is independent, self-made. You've had to do the work yourself. The Empress. Now you get to relax and reap the rewards of everything that you've done. 9 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. So there's really great gifts coming to you at this time, Aries. You get to relax. You get to sit there and say, I did this. I created this. So give this some time. The manifesting starts now, but this is probably going to take us through the end of Jupiter retrograde, which is in Cancer, which will be on March 11th, 2026. So these 4 months, right? You're going to get to see, if you haven't already, just exactly what you've created for yourself. You're going to feel some really great, deep emotional fulfillment, maybe some intuitive understanding or awarenesses as well. And you get to just sit back and relax and embrace everything that you've worked hard for, Aries. It's been a bit. You've been working for a long time. So embrace all of that, Aries. And we will go on to next our Taurus friends. Hello, Taurus. How are you? And let's see what this energy, the portal, the 11/11 portal holds for our Taurus friends. Right away. Strength. Major Arcana. So a little Leo energy here, right? Kind of taming. One card face down, and we'll see what else comes up. So it's going to be very interesting, Taurus, because I kind of get the feeling like sometimes you feel like you have to be strong all the time, or that you, and especially since Taurus is the first earth sign, you are the physical foundation of everything. Sometimes there might be a sense of responsibility, that you are responsible for keeping people safe. That's just what's coming up intuitively. I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out in your reading, though. But let's see. We have the Strength card, Judgment, and Five of Swords. Yeah. So for our Taurus friends, if you feel like that you kind of have to hold things together for some people in your life, or you kind of have to be the solid one in the middle of chaos, that you have permission to say, you know, break yourself free and say, wait a minute, that's not my role. My role is to set the groundwork, but other people have to do their own work. So you don't have to carry everyone, Taurus. You don't have to carry their responsibilities. Two major arcana cards, Strength and Judgment. Judgment is the card, the next to the last card. So you're almost, again, this is like card number 9, right? Come to the end of a cycle where you no longer have to. You can sit there and lay down your swords. 5 of Swords. 5s are the number of transition and change. So you no longer have to carry everything. You can drop some of these things down and let some responsibilities go that are not yours to carry. And yeah, as an earth sign, you're really rooted and grounded. And there is a need for stability for yourself and for others. But when it's needed, when it's warranted, right? It's not up to you to carry the whole village. Let yourself have some freedom. Break away from other people's expectations of what you should be doing. And allow yourself to just release some, and swords are associated with the element of air. Air is about your thoughts. So release some of the beliefs that you have responsibility for more than what you really do. Does that make sense, Taurus? This is what's coming through. So that is for Taurus. If you have any questions, always feel free to drop me a note, and we will go into, hello, Gemini. How are you? We'll see with the cards. And what is Gemini? What does this portal hold for Gemini? And this whole time, Strength card came out again. And which is not quite surprising, right? Because back-to-back signs, one sign carries into the other. But what does this portal hold for Gemini? What are you cultivating? And this is a completely different feeling for Gemini than it is for Taurus. So this is the amazing thing about Tarot. The cards can have the same meaning in general, but it can have a completely different outcome. Okay, for 2 8 cards. Strength, which is card number 8, and 8 of Swords. The card in the middle, Queen of Swords. Okay, Gemini. Strength, Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords. So 2 8s. So just saying, Gemini, if the number 8 keeps popping up, just take a look at that. Notice what's happening. If you see 8s on the clock, and 8 o'clock or 8:08, or if you happen to just see that number, just pay attention to that, and just kind of notice either what thoughts are in your mind or what is happening in the moment. And that's just a little thing. So Gemini, what's going on here? It's like you are really clear, you're really strong, and you're really smart, but it's like you're afraid to let your knowledge be known to some people. There's some people that you're hiding yourself away from because either they may not understand or from fear of being ridiculed. But here's the thing that you have. You're strong, Gemini. Oh my gosh, you have so much more in you. And the thing is, you know it. This is your queen. This is you, the Queen of Swords. This is you. But for some of you, you're holding yourself back, holding back what you know. And it could be a protective measure. It could be because you think someone won't believe you, or they could be like, who are you to say that? But it doesn't matter. You pulled your own queen, your Queen of Swords. Allow yourself, Gemini, to be very clear in who you are and to sit tall in your seat in this world. You are the first air sign. You are the first one with thought and logic, right? You're the one who's making the plans up here. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. These swords are someone else holding you back from your strength and your power. So your thing, Gemini, is to let go of that. To let go of other people's perceptions, ideas, thoughts, or opinions of who you are or how you should be in this world. And if they, most times they will be afraid of your knowledge. Not that they don't believe you, but they would be afraid of your knowledge. So that's yours, Gemini. So let's go to Cancer. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Powerful readings, and they always are. They're always powerful. Look at this right away. 6 of Swords, more swords. 10 of Pentacles. Let's see what else comes up for our Cancer friends. And the cards pop out like that. It's a really strong indication. So we'll get to this, Cancer. Okay, you have 4 cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and take them. I'm not going to put anything back. 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. It is time. Page of Cups, 4 of Swords. This is very interesting, Cancer. It's like they're saying, it's time for you to move away from the things that are keeping you from being stable. It's time for you to lean into your intuition and get curious about who you are. So for some of our Cancer friends, take a little rest, especially since Jupiter, it's sign planet of expansion. It is the largest planet in the solar system, is retrograde in your sign. Self-imposed rest, right? And in that rest, leaning into your intuition and what stirs your heart, right? Like what helps you to feel? What helps you to feel? Not to run away from the feelings, but to feel, to really, really feel in this emotional, intuitive space. And then go away from anything that is not aligned with your intuition. Move away from that. And in doing so, you will land in the prosperity and the security and the sanctuary that you want for yourself. So it's moving away, Cancer, from anything that is not tuned in with your intuition, with what stirs you at your intuitive and your heart center. But give yourself grace. Take breaks. Take breaks. Take a little vacation. Get away from anything that is not aligning with you, because during retrogrades, we get pulled. And it's not that we get pulled. Things come up to... Sometimes I think like the universe has this thing where like, oh, I'm just going to derail you. But it's really to make you stop and think, to take back your power. If something is trying to pull you away from what you're trying to do, that's when you go into the 4 of Swords. You take a break, you reset, you come back to your intuition. And you say, no, you don't have power over me to derail me, to take me from this. I am now going to move away from this distraction, and I'm going to go into my abundance. Does that make sense, Cancer? Let me know. Hello, Leo. how are you? This is for your November 11th, big portal reading and manifestation reading. We'll see what this holds for our Leo friends. Cancer, I'm loving that reading for you. You have to let me know if you feel inclined. Judgment. So Leo, Judgment. Again, major arcana, right? The next to the last, you are breaking free. You're on the edge of some kind of major transformative change. Two of Cups. Leaning into partnerships that are aligned. Here we go. And three of Pentacles. 2 and 3 right in a row. Cups and Pentacles. So Leo, you're just kind of like breaking through. You're at the very step next to the last step before a breakthrough that brings you into alignment. It brings you into alignment. You see, we have the wings up here, so there's probably some kind of external divine universal force bringing you into this place. Some of you are going to be meeting new people that will help you in your careers to take your career into the next level, right? But you have to allow yourself to break free from the way you're doing things in order to try something completely different and new. It could be in the same arena or the same field. It's going about it a different way. It's like getting new ideas. But these are for people that are more aligned with your intuition. And then by aligning with those people, you bring in more people to then help to build the foundation, to build the walls, to bring in whatever it is that you are looking for. But this is a break free moment for you guys, for our Leo friends. Breaking free, I love that. As a Sagittarius, I love all the breaking frees, right? I feel like, yeah, just break free. I break that shit down. So Leo, that is yours. If you have any questions, let me know. We will go into hello Virgo, how are you? And again, these are like little mini readings, right? They're not, we already did the November readings. We did the readings for like the whole season of fall. But this is just a little mini. And take from it what resonates. And look, if you want to take a deeper dive, just reach out and we'll get you on the books and we'll schedule a reading. But let's see what Virgo, this is holding, for this portal season is holding for Virgos. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Virgo. 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, the Moon. Sorry, it's not the Moon. 8 of Cups. What are you dreaming of? Like, what plans are you putting into place now, Virgo? And that you've been thinking, you've been feeling it for a while, and now you're ready to take the steps. It's like you're going to be filling up your own cup, your own emotional space. That you're finally allowing yourself, for the most part, Virgo, you're allowing yourself to finally receive. Virgos, we know I love Virgos, right? They are the planners, they are the organizers, they are the ones who are generally in charge. But now you're letting other people come in and help you out. You're allowing yourself to receive. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit, although we don't have any cards about, I don't have like the 4 of Swords or the Hanged Man, which would, indicate, taking a break. But you're allowing yourself to be filled up. You're allowing yourself to receive. Although this is not the Moon card. It is the eclipse that is on here. So eclipsing out, right? What's not making you feel fulfilled. Eclipsing out what is not fulfilling you and allowing yourself to feel what is feeling aligned with you and allowing yourself to be filled up. allowing people in. This is really big for our Virgo friends. You know, our Earth friends, they feel like they have a lot of responsibility. And there are a couple of signs that come in there, but our Earth signs, because they are the foundational signs, they tend to take on things that are not theirs. But now you're allowing yourself to be filled up. So you're allowing others to come in. And those others that are coming in are because you've decided that there's a new way to do life. And you're moving away. Where's the card? From anything, you're eclipsing out anything that is not fulfilling you. So yours is about emotional fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, what feels good, what is lighting you up, and what isn't. You're just letting that go. It's a big move for you, Virgo, and I'm very happy for you. So that is your reading, Virgo, and we will move on to Libra. Hello, Libra. How are you? Our Justice, right? We had the card of Justice that I brought out at the beginning with the sword and the pillars, right? That portal moving between, finding balance, getting clarity on what is balance and harmony for you and what is not. So let's see what the cards hold for our, Nine of Swords. Right away. Again, 9, ending of a cycle. We'll see what else comes out for our Libra friends. I have to keep touching my little computer because the screen keeps going dark on me for some reason. Okay, a bunch of cards. So we'll just take this one. You have the 9 of Swords, card face down, and that card is the 5 of Swords. And then you have the Sun. The Sun is considered to be the luckiest card, the best card actually in the tarot deck, and it is card number 19. Shedding light onto things. So Libra, whatever has been so generally this would be like, you know, what's causing you stress or anxiety or sleepless nights. I get the feeling things are coming to light for you. Things, truths or untruths, are being revealed to you at this time. And you're letting go of anything that is not true and real. And you're not allowing anything that's not and aligned with you or not true. You're not going to allow this to get in the way of your happiness. You're going to allow yourself to sit in the sunlight. A lot of things are going to be revealed to you about situations, about whatever. It could be about work. It could be about people in your life. It could be about your home. Whatever it is, things are being revealed to you. And you're going, okay, I'm not doing this. I am not going to let this get in the way. I'm not going to sit in this. I'm going to let everything go that is not aligned with me in my light. That's not aligned with my joy and my happiness. So this is pretty straightforward, Libra. Again, if you just pulled this card, it would be like, okay, what is worrying you? What is bringing you stress and tension? But this is about, you know, swords, and this is, you know, you're an air sign, right? These are the thoughts, and this is whether things are true or not true. And allowing truth will be illuminated. Whatever is true and whatever is valid and good is going to be illuminated, and whatever is not, you're dropping and letting go. You're not going to sit yourself in the dark. You're going to allow yourself to be into the light. That's pretty much it, Libra. Very straightforward and to the point. Let's go into Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? Happy Scorpio season. Happy 11/11 portal. Right? The change and destiny and manifestation and everything that we want. Scorpio, the keeper of secrets. Kind of the death and rebirth, right? It's the kind of Scorpios sometimes can be the ones who make the decision as to what comes and what goes. Yeah. Scorpios have a lot of power. Sometimes I think they don't realize how much power and strength that they have in the astrological world. So let's see, we have 2 cards face down, Scorpio. And for Scorpio, we have, okay, 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Scorpio, what is going on here? All right, Scorpio, so this is coming up as, in Scorpios, they have a very generous heart. Sometimes to the point they give too much of themselves away, whether it is financial, mental, emotional, whatever it is. They give a lot of themselves, and sometimes to their own detriment, to where it's like, oh, wait a minute, now I don't have anything for myself. Starting at 5 of Swords again, right? Changing your mindset on what generosity means to you, Scorpio. You can be generous all you want. And there's a universal law that says, the more you give out, the more you receive. But if you have $100 in your wallet and you give away $100 to somebody in need, then you have no money in your wallet. So being a little more discerning, right? You're going to be a little more discerning, Scorpio, as to how much you give away, making sure you don't put yourself in a position where you don't have for yourself. Generosity is beautiful and it's a great thing, but not to your detriment. So what happens is Scorpio gives, and then when they've given too much, then they retreat and then they get upset. They're changing your mindset about what generosity means to you, Scorpio. Giving, yeah, but not to the point where then you're in fear of like, my goodness, I don't even have anything for myself. So don't give away your last $100 in your wallet. Give something, right? Give what you can, but don't give the whole thing away. And I think you're starting to change your mindset about what you give away, whether it is your time, your resources, your knowledge, your wisdom, whatever that is. Just be cognizant. And I think you're starting to change that as what that means for you, Scorpio. So that's Scorpio and Sagittarius. Hello, Saggies. Okay, wait a minute. Did the card just flip up? Yep. Let's take that one. It flipped up while I was shuffling. So 6 of Wands. You pulled your own energy, Sag, which a lot of folks are pulling their own energy. Or they're balancing energy. So 6 of Wands. What is this holding for Sagittarius? Especially since your ruling sign, Sagittarius, Jupiter is your ruler. That is retrograde in Cancer, which it loves being in Cancer. So let's see, because Sagittarians are like, I don't want to slow down. I don't want to stop. What do you mean I have to reconsider or rethink things? I'm just forging ahead. Okay. Okay. 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, Sagittarius. You have to remember that you need help, right? As much as you are the independent one and you are the wanderer, right? You just kind of pack up and go and just go off and do your dreams. Like, and yeah, dream. But let people be part of the dream. Like, let people know what's going on. You have some recognition. So there, for some of our Sagittarius friends, you're going to be moving into a better financially stable situation, right? New people coming in, building a new, they're saying a new empire, whatever that means. It could be a new job. If you have side hustles, it could be that either it's going to start growing, and there's a lot of money coming in for Sagittarius. It's going to be growing exponentially, but you have to remember, all the recognition is because you need people around you. That's the biggest message here, Sagittarius. Like, you need people around you. 2 of Wands. Yeah. What is the dream? What is the fire inside of you? And then let people know. If you trusted people, not the whole world, Let people know, like, I have this really big desire to do this. And you'll be surprised at the support that you get when you share what you want, instead of just being impetuous and impulsive and just going off. I get it, Sagittarius. I do the same thing. I rarely share. And then people go like, what? You did what? I'm like, oh, didn't I tell you? Sagittarius, let people in. You got big things coming your way. Financial moves. So let's see what that happens with you. So Saggies, let me know. Capricorn, hello, right away. 4 of Cups comes out. Okay. Let's see what else comes up for you, Capricorns. What is this energy holding? So 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands, so 2 4s. So again, if you see, and 4 of Wands, right? I showed this at the very beginning. You know, this can indicate 11-11, right? A portal, an opportunity opening, almost an opportunity being handed to you. Okay, back to the 3 of Pentacles. So Capricorn, 4 of Cups. For Capricorn friends, I get the feeling like there's been a broken heart situation. Or that things, yeah, like there's been a broken heart situation. Somebody's like extending the olive branch, like apologizing for what they've done for you, to you. Because here's the thing, like this happy life, this happy home is waiting for you. But try not to hold a grudge, Capricorn. Accept the olive branch. Whatever apology they're making, it is sincere. It's coming from the deepest part of themselves. They want to prove to you that whatever it is that they did, it was not intentional. They did not mean it. There's an apology, I feel, Capricorn, coming your way. But your job is to accept it. Because in accepting it, this dream of yours is coming into fruition. Accept the apology. And whatever it is that they've done or whatever it is that they've said, they're extending an olive branch. They're apologizing. They're saying, this is not what I meant. So accept the olive branch, Capricorn. And in doing so, as soon as you accept and get out of the our earth signs, right? They can get a little, Capricorn, our earth signs can get a little stubborn. It takes a little bit for them to warm up a little, to kind of forgive. And it's not really for forgiving, saying that it's okay what you did, but it's like, okay, I'm going to trust that your words are coming from a place that's authentic. And as soon as you do that, whatever it is you're dreaming of, whatever it is you've been building, that portal will open straight up for you. And then they will start to prove whatever it is that they haven't been proving for you. Whatever it is that they did wrong, they're making amends for it. Does that make sense? This is a really odd reading. Really odd, Capricorn. But that is your reading. So if you Capricorns, if you have any questions about that, if you want to take a deeper dive, reach out. We'll get you on the books. We will schedule a regular full reading for you. And let's go into Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Happy 11/11. Happy portal day. Manifestation portals are open. Energies are abundant. It's like the universe is saying, just say yes, right? Just say yes. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Very interesting. And let's see what else comes out for our Aquarius friends. Okay. 10 of Wands. Yeah, okay. Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. Balancing between work, between generosity and work. Some of your Aquarius friends, not Capricorn, sorry, Aquarius friends have taken on so much that they almost can't see where they're going. And you had this vision, but it's blocked because you've had other things to balance. You have had other people who have needed you. So this is about laying down the responsibilities. A lot of responsibility coming up in this reading, right? Laying down some of the responsibilities and allowing the path to open up for you. Balancing, juggling like what this person wants and what that person wants and what my job wants or my career wants and then what my home needs. You have a lot going on, Aquarius. Just make sure in your generosity that you're being generous to yourself as you are to others, and you'll be able to then drop these wands and get a clear focus, but bring generosity back into yourself. That will open everything up for you. So that is our Aquarius, and we will go to our beautiful Pisces friends. Hello, Pisces. How are you? I don't know if you can see, her little head keeps popping up. She wants to jump up and then she doesn't want to jump up, so I don't know. Pisces, hello. Hello, happy 11/11. Happy portal, happy manifesting, right? So let's see what the cards hold for our Pisces friends during this time. Okay. Okay, Pisces, you have the Magician, the Lovers, two major, oh my goodness, Pisces, two major arcanas and a Pentacles. The Magician, remembering your power. Remember that you came with everything that you need in abundance. The Lovers, you're so, Pisces, 10 of Pentacles. Fulfillment, stability, divine union. So for some of our Piscean friends, you could either be meeting someone or making a commitment with someone. And if this is coming up for you, even though things are retrograde, if it's happening now, then it's happening now for a reason. But there is a divinely guided union coming your way if it's not already here. This union has been written in, for lack of a better term, written in the stars before, long before now. It's finally coming into fruition. It's like you're allowing guidance to come in. There's a really great union. And again, this is one of the cards, right, that we pulled earlier. Although these are not exactly pillars, there are two trees aligned. As this union is being blessed by the universal forces, God, divine source, whatever it is you want to call it, opening up the pathway to move into your garden of life. And this is a life of abundance, of security, of safety, of just enjoying life. Pisces has been through a lot. Pisces has always been very, very patient. And now everything is finally coming to you, Pisces, that you have wanted and maybe you didn't even know was available to you or didn't even know that you wanted. Remembering who you are and allowing, right? Allowing the universe. This is for some of you that are entering into a new relationship or taking a relationship to the next level. This is divinely guided, or that has been put into place long before now, and is now finally starting to happen for you. And again, security, abundance, stability, getting to enjoy and embrace life. Because it's been a while, Pisces. It's been a while. Pisces, thank you for closing off this reading with such lovely cards of hope and inspiration and trust and guidance and intuition and strength and fulfillment. Yeah. So that is your card reading, everyone, for the 1111 portal. Thank you all for watching. If you got anything out of this, maybe like the video or share it with a friend. Maybe subscribe to the channel so you know when I'm coming out with a new video. And until next time, happy manifesting, everyone. I will see you next time.